This is the plaintiff, Shakora Daly. She says the defendant is a scammer who stole the money she gave him on an apartment she was planning on moving into. But the guy rented it to some other dude out from under her. Now, he seems to think he can keep her hard-earned $975. But she's not going to go down without a fight. No siree, Bob. So she's suing. This is the defendant, Daniel. He says he requires first and last month's rent before he lets anyone move into his apartment. But the plaintiff could only come up with the first month's payment. He gave her ample opportunity to give him last month's rent, waited and waited, but she ignored him. He had to cut his losses and rented the place to someone else. Case closed. He's accused of rotten renting.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant, a landlord, stole money from her by keeping her deposit and renting to somebody else. But the defendant says she dragged her feet, so tough for her. It's the case of, give me my jack back, Jack.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Shakora Daly.
Yes.
You are suing Daniel. You've asked to be referred to only by your first name.
Yes.
For $975, the amount owed for a deposit that you placed on an apartment that you want refunded to you, correct?
Correct.
Okay, tell me what happened.
I went on Craigslist to try to find an apartment. I contacted the defendant. We met at the apartment. He showed me the apartment. He said that he'll have it ready for me for August 1st. So I was like, okay.
And this was when?
This was in June.
Why so far away?
Because that was, well, I was looking for August 1st. And it was on a good side of the town.
Okay.
So after I seen the apartment, the defendant kept calling me for a deposit. He's claimed so many people were looking at this apartment. If you want it, I need a deposit now. And I'm like, okay, are you gonna fix up the apartment by August 1st? Oh yeah, everything's gonna be done. I met him on...
What's everything? Did you guys put in writing what you wanted done? Did you have a lease?
Well, it was... You could tell someone just moved out.
No, I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, did you ever put in writing with him that he was going to, redo the floors, paint the walls, whatever it is?
Yeah, it was just that the windows needed blinds. It just needed to be clean. He said, I'll clean it. That's what he said to me while I was looking at the apartment.
So it would be cleaned, and what else?
Yep, and that he has to order special blinds for the windows.
He would put blinds in, and what else?
And one of the closet doors was off the hinges, and he was going to have that repaired. And this is what he said. He has a guy that comes in and
return, he needed from you how much money in order to secure the apartment?
$975.
Okay, so when were you going to have to pay anything else, and how much else?
Well, that's what I was trying to find out. I couldn't even reach him after I gave him that $975.
Why would you give it to him without knowing what's going on? I don't understand. Like, well, how do you not? I'm going to hear a different story from him because I already saw his answer to your complaint. But why would it be normal that the two of you have no plan for when you're going to give the rest of the money?
Because he went on vacation after I gave him the money, and I called him and I texted him and I was asking him, and he said once he gets back from vacation, he will meet with me. Okay. He never met with me.
Okay. Can I see the texts and emails and whatever other correspondence you have between the two of you? You then on what day go by the apartment because he's not answering you?
I have the text message because I texted him while I was at the apartment.
Because when you get there, what do you see?
I see that someone's already living there.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed, right?
Yes, that's exactly
Baby
what
bear.
happened.
So you walk in there, you see that the apartment's rented out.
And I actually spoke to the new tenant.
And what did you say to him?
I said, are you supposedly cleaning in here? That's what I wanted to know.
See, wasn't there furniture around and stuff?
Well, I wanted to pretend like I was going crazy.
Did you pull it off well?
Obviously not, because he was living there. And he said he just moved there.
Okay. And now let me hear from you.
Your Honor, it starts off that I did do a posting on Craigslist in like around June 21st.
Can I see it?
June 24th, I did a posting on Craigslist to advertise for this apartment. It stated on the ad that I require first, last, and security required.
Okay, and did your ad say that as of August 1st?
No.
Okay.
No.
So where did she get that? Where did you get that his ad said as of August?
I'm going to go in. I'm trying to do two things at once. I'm trying to show you the
How about we just do one well?
Because I have the email from the Craigslist that says August 1st.
Okay, let me see that.
That's what it was advertised.
Your Honor,
I'm looking at the advertisement. It doesn't say that, but let me see
Because
the
he
email.
had several advertisements, as me and the new tenant found out.
Okay,
For this one apartment.
Did you at some point say to her that you'd rent it to her August 1st?
No.
No.
Okay, I have the I don't. Well, it's
No. Find the message you say proves that he was renting to you. See, it's critical.
Okay.
Because let me show you why it's critical. As of when were you renting to her?
July 1st.
And why did you rent it to somebody else?
Because she didn't come up with the money.
When was she supposed to come up with the money?
By July 1st.
Okay. See why that text to you saying August 1st is really important?
Yep, I got it.
Okey-dokey.
Hold on.
All right. While she's looking for that, do you have any email or text correspondence between the two of you that shows that she was supposed to have the money by July 1st?
No, I have them right here, Your Honor.
Okay.
What text do you want, Your Honor?
Here's the issue, folks, in case I haven't made myself completely clear. I am trying to figure out who is lying. She says that she was supposed to rent it as of August 1st, and therefore she had until August 1st to bring you the money, and that you rented to somebody else because you could. In which case, you'd be breaching, and you must return her money. You say, that's not true, Judge. She was supposed to be renting from July 1st, in which case she didn't come July 1st with the money, as she admits that she didn't come around until end of July, and therefore she breached. So not only do I get to re-rent it, Judge, but she forfeits her deposit. Right. So now I need you to prove your versions. I need you to prove you were supposed to get in August 1st. I need you to prove she was supposed to get in July 1st. Got it?
Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
well, I contacted him at the beginning of July, and he told me, I got the text right here. You do not have to contact me. I see your telephone calls and I see your texts. This was in the beginning of July. So
okay,
if I was supposed to
that's
get that
good.
money,
Let me see that, and let me see what you got.
right here.
Where'd you go on vacation?
I was in the vineyard
How long were you in the vineyard?
just for like 4 days.
Well, he told me he was
When
going
were
to
you in the
Florida.
vineyard?
I
just like
July,
saying vineyard.
July 4th, 3rd to the, I think it was the 7th.
Okay. So on June 28th, hello, Danny. I did not get the keys. Why would you be getting keys on June 28th if you're not supposed to go in?
Because he said I could go in and clean it.
Then you answered July 8th. I got your missed calls. I'm on vacation. I will call you later on tonight. She says, thank you. And then she says the next day, because I guess you didn't call, I know you're on vacation, but will you be around this weekend? I would like to give you the rest of the money for the apartment and clean it as well. This is in July. And you on July 8th tell her, I got your missed calls. I'm on vacation. I'll call you later on tonight. That's July 8th. She keeps texting you over and over in July. Please call me. I don't know what's going on right now, but this time I would just like to get my money back. That's on July 10th. I will find another place. Please contact me. Hello, Danny. I'm trying to find out what day we're going to meet, Friday or Saturday. Call me when you get a chance. And you're not answering her. July 24th. Hello, Danny. Please contact me when you get a chance. You answer July 24th later on in the day. I'm working till 5. I'll call you after 5. Then she texts you at 6:35. I am trying to reach out to you to find out what day we can meet or the apartment is not available. Let me know what is going on. And you're just not answering her. Why are you not answering her?
Your Honor, I would call her back. I don't do texting. I would literally call her back. If it's not showing my call, I'm not texting her.
Well, it'll show in your missed calls or whatever. What kind of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone, but I don't know how to do it. If you,
I do.
You're
Send it
welcome
over.
to.
May not keep it.
My kids can operate
Do
it.
you need a code?
No code.
Okay.
July 30th. At this time, I'm going to stay at my current address. I will not be needing to move into the apartment. Please contact me so I can get my deposit. At this point, I'm starting to think I'm being jerked around. I will give you until tomorrow to contact me. It doesn't sound like you're calling her and talking to her because you don't do text. It sounds like you're ignoring her. I'm talking to Jason. I'm calling the police. Who's Jason?
Jason's the new tenant.
I will just see you in court. Thank you. I hope you know what you did is called fraud. You will be served with papers from the courts. This was your choice. Thank you. When did Jason move in?
The 28th of July.
Well, why are you telling her all these, the 26th of July, all the stuff should be out by Sunday. I'm expecting keys on Monday. Does that work for you?
Because Jason was already there.
Why are you texting her that?
I don't honestly know, Your Honor, why I text her that.
Well, that doesn't sound like you don't expect her to move in August 1st, does it?
No,
I can't meet tomorrow. I can still meet Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What are you meeting her for? To return her money or to rent the place out to her?
I was going to return her money. She has nothing since the day one. She was supposed to give me the money by July 1st. She never did. Okay. As you see on one of her original texts, she's looking for the keys.
Right. Well, the good part is if you would answer, because I know you know how to text, because I see your other text.
Well, I actually don't, Your Honor. I speak into it.
No, I can't give you the keys till you pay that. Like, I wish there was something on your part saying to her, what are you talking about? You were supposed to come up with the money on July 1st. You know what I think happened? I think you kept her in the wings. Then you got the Jason guy who was a sure thing, and he moved in. And so you just took Jason, which is fine. It's a good business decision, I guess. But then why are you keeping her money? So I'm kind of not getting it. Do you have her actually in your phone under a name or no?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Did you ever find, by the way, the email back to you that August 1st would do?
It was an email that you had to email him from Craigslist, and he would respond back to you.
So where are you going to find it? How are you going to find it?
In my emails. It comes back to your email.
Go ahead and take a look at that.
Unfortunately, my phone just died.
Oh, no.
As I was in my email.
I kind of want this, so court is in recess, okay?
All rise.
So if she doesn't come up with a balance, does he get to keep her security? What do you think?
I think he does. Do I have to say anything else about it?
What do you think?
No,
Why?
because it's her money. She didn't take the apartment.
We will find out about that going inside the courtroom.
Okay. After that recess, were you able to find the email that you said you had in your email account?
I did find the email, but the details of the Craig's advertisement, it expired.
Lady, can you prove it or can't you? No, the answer is no.
No.
Okay. So now I'm left to my own resources. When I look at the texts that are back and forth in the month of July, I expect a text from you that says, I don't know what you're talking about. You were supposed to pony up the money July 1st. It's July 8th. So sorry, I'm re-renting it. I don't see that. Then later on in the month of July, 1,000 emails from her. She's chasing you to make sure, I just want to make sure everything's all right, that I'm going to be able to move in. And your answer is, I'll call you at 5, I get off work. Then at 6:35, she calls you again and says, look, I just need to know what's going on. I'll call you back later. I know exactly what you're doing. You're stringing her along because Jason hasn't surfaced yet. Then once Jason surfaces, you decide you like Jason better than her. He's got the cash flow. And so boom, you're out on your butt. That's fine if you choose to have one tenant over another, but you don't get to keep the lady's money too. Return the lady's money with interest. $975 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
And so just like that, the defendant comes out here on the losing end of this case. Step on in here. Why were you so hard to reach?
I wasn't hard to reach. I kept calling her.
You kept calling her.
That's correct.
And she kept texting you saying, why aren't you calling me? Why would she do that?
She couldn't come up with the money.
Right. And you weren't waiting for somebody to show up that you could rent to?
No, I had several people that wanted the apartment.
Okay, right down there. Okay. Okay, so step on in here. You satisfied how this comes out?
I am. I really am.
What do you think was happening here?
I really don't know, because I thought he was a good guy when I first met him, and then I could feel that I was being jerked around. So I don't know.
Well, he's headed back to the vineyard. Harvey?
There's a maxim in the law. The law abhors forfeitures, which means if there's any way of looking at it so the person gets the money back, that's the way the judge will rule.